Well, hello, everybody. This is Dr. Troy Dukowitz of the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. Today's topic is this. We don't have to like the same thing, right, Daddy? So, as we are enjoying our journey in Disney World, if you've been listening to me for any of these podcasts recently, then you know that my family and I have been in Disney World and Daytona Beach for the last 17 days. And as the last few days wound down of going to the Magic Kingdom, one of the rides my wife and I really wanted to get our boys on was what's called Splash Mountain. Now, it took us a little bit of work to finally get them on Thunder Mountain, and then finally we were really working hard to get them on Splash Mountain. Now, Thunder Mountain, ironically enough, we were there a year ago, and both boys, Wyatt and Watson, now 8 and 5, both of them loved it. But fast forward a year later, and they forgot that they loved it. And so when they thought of a roller coaster and the dips and all those things, they were actually starting to lean into this thing called fear. Now, one of the things I've taught Wyatt and Watson that we talk about is don't let fear stop you from doing something. Like, take that chance, go experience it for yourself. If you don't like it, then great, tell us you don't like it. But don't let it stop you from going. And so when it came to the roller coaster, he ended up going on the roller coaster and said he loved it, went and told his brother Watson. Watson went on it, thumbs up from everybody all around. But the one ride they were avoiding was this thing called Splash Mountain, which Leah and I both wanted to go on. Now, the weird part of this is that a year, 2 years, 3 years ago now is when Wyatt was in pre-K, pre-kindergarten, and this kid went on that ride like 10 times. He just had to go on Splash Mountain. He absolutely loved it. For weeks after we went to Disney World, we had to watch videos of the ride. It was so exciting. And a year later when we went there, it was closed. So then when we went last year, Wyatt and then Watson, who was now tall enough, went on the ride with their mother. And when they got off, they hated it. Well, this meant that I didn't get to go on Splash Mountain. Nobody else went on Splash Mountain for the rest of the trip. Now, for those of you who don't know, it's one of those log flume type rides. So it's a big old log flume, a big old log that you're basically riding in. It takes you around the course. There's a really cool Briar Bear story going on in there. And it's a really cool ride, like really everything in Disney World. And so this year, as we're winding down, literally there's an hour left of our time to be in the Magic Kingdom, and we're walking to Thunder Mountain when Watson says he wants to go on Splash Mountain. And Wyatt says he wants to go too. So I grab him by the hands and we take off. And we go on the ride, and lo and behold, by the time we get up, both boys, as we go down the last drop, screaming, having fun, look at me and give me the thumbs up. And they say, one of them says it was fantastic, the other one says it was amazing, and they want to go again. But what was interesting was the conversation that took place afterwards as we were walking. And this conversation had happened a couple of times with Wyatt over the last few days. And that was this. Daddy, it's okay if we don't like the roller coaster. You're not going to make us go again. Right, Daddy? Daddy, it's okay if we don't like the rides that you like. Right, Daddy? Now, the first comment, you might be like, dude, are you a fucking dictator and you make your kids go on these rides whether they like to or not? No. He was merely saying that it's okay for him to have his own thoughts, feelings, and emotions about something. And so often, right, like you look at kids, they want their parents' approval. And so if I say no, am I going to upset my mom and my dad? Are they going to be disappointed that I don't go do it? And if they say yes, but they're lying, then they're going to get pushed into doing it again. And so they don't want to do that because they don't want to be scared. It's like, it's okay. So he looks at me and says, right, Daddy? And he's holding my hand, walking in conversation and just saying, Daddy, it's okay if we don't like the same thing, right? And I had to look at him and say, buddy, all I ever want from you is that you'll try, that you just try something. And if you come off that ride and you told me you didn't want to go again, guess what I'm going to tell you? You don't have to go. At least you tried, you gave it a shot, and you went for it. We don't have to like the same things. That's okay. And what came out of this is something that, there's so many different ways you can go with this story, right? And so as I sit here and I think about it, I think about people and how people tend to mold themselves based on what they think everybody else wants them to be, or act how they think everybody wants them to act. And we lose who we are. We lose the substance of our souls when we tend to become people that we're not. I don't want my kids to love, if they love all the rides that I love and we get to ride on those for the next 100 years, fantastic. If there's rides that they don't love and they don't want to go on, that's okay too. As they know, and I took this a step further with him and said, buddy, what do I really care about? He said, well, you care about family. That's right, family. What do you care about? He goes, well, I care about our family. So what's the most important thing here? Family. So does it matter what rides we like or what we go on, or does it matter that we're together as a family having fun? And it became the answer of, that we're here as a family having fun. So the question ultimately that I pose to you is, where in your life are you trying to be something that you're not? Where in your life are you trying to do things that somebody else wants you to do? Look, as a coach, I learned this years and years ago. I'm not trying to create minions known as Troy. I'm not trying to create a whole tribe of Troys out in the world. What I'm working to do is create individuals, is to support you, the listener, in creating the best version of who you are. Not the best version of you trying to be me, but the best version of who you are. And my job as a coach is to help pull that out of you. It's to support you on this journey. It's not to try to push you into a mold of something that you don't want to be. Now, some of us need the push, right? So it's like some people need the push and the nudge, but if it's against the value systems of who you are, then what are you doing? And so I push this on you today. I'm going to use that word. I push this on you today because I want you to look at your life. When you look at your health, are you training because of your trainer, what they want for you? Or are you training because of what you want for you? Are you meditating and going to church based on your value systems and what you want to create in terms of peace of mind and spirituality in your life? Or what you were told you were supposed to do as a child, you're just doing it today as a carryover? And you look at your relationships, and in your relationships, are you being something that you're not? Or are you being freely and truly yourself and who you are? And are you allowing that person in your relationship, whether it's your spouse, significant other, kids, are you allowing them and nurturing them to be who they are and own who they are? And the same thing happens when it comes to business. Are you working with somebody as a coach, or are you doing something in your business that you're only following and doing because it's what somebody else wants, but not what you want? Again, I learned this a long time ago in coaching, that it was a matter of, I had this goal when I came out as a coach that I wanted to help 100 offices hit 400 visits a week. And what I realized was that didn't make them rich people. That didn't make them wealthy in life. That didn't necessarily make them great change makers. I realized very, very quickly on that what I wanted to do was support people, support doctors, business owners, and people just like you to be able to create what they want in their lives. And if from a doctor's perspective, they want to see 100 visits a week and they want to have a balanced family life and connection to their kids and their spouse and their loved ones, then that's what we go create. And then it's my job as a coach to support that on that journey. But it's your job to be able to identify clearly what it is that you want. If you can't identify that, it's my job to ask questions to get you there. It's what I hope that you get from listening to this podcast, is that level of guidance in your life to help and support you to get to where you want to go. And at the end of the day, when we listen to today's podcast, my hopes are that you will go back and look at your life in body, being, balance, and business. And are you working for things that you truly want for you? Not to make somebody else happy, but to make you happy. Because when you show up happy, day in and day out, when you show up as an authentic version of who you are, as that happy person, as that connected person, you show up as a better father or a better mother. You show up as a better brother or a better sister. You show up as a better business owner. You show up as a healthier individual who takes their health more seriously. You show up in all those ways because it's true to who you are. And that's my hopes for you today. So look, if any of this resonates with you and you've been thinking about it, because some of you have been doing it, you've been thinking about coaching with me or working with me, simply click the link down below this video or head on over to, just email me, Dr. Troy, DRTROY, @commitandgo.com. Just email me. I'll send you a schedule. We'll get on the phone and we will rap about it. We'll talk about it and see if we might be a fit. And if not, I promise you, promise, you're going to walk away with at least 3 action steps that you can take to start moving your life in the direction of having it all today. I'm here to support you, whether it's through podcast or personal coaching. And no matter what, you're going to get value out of that call, number one. Number two, I want you to make sure if you have questions or comments, you email me. I'm here for you. I mean it. I'm not full of shit. I'm here for you if you need support on this journey. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I am Dr. Troy Dukowitz, and this has been the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. We'll hear you next time. Bye-bye.